Two of the very best programs in the area meet in an all-Richland County showdown to determine who will advance to face top-seeded Ontario for the district crown. It's live and free girls tournament soccer, and it's coming up here in a minute. Clear Fork going toe-to-toe with Lexington. Next.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
There's a blood shortage and we came up to Dead Lover's Point at midnight on Friday the 13th.
Lame.
Guess I'm gonna waste all this blood by dying in a predictable horror movie way.
50% of Americans like watching blood get spilled in horror movies, but only 3% donate it. When was the last time you donated blood?
Very nice look to Denbo. Beautiful behind the back move. Oh my goodness, ankle breaker. And it's the shot. Wow.
Being aggressive and traveling, or he's trapping.
Inside to Holloway. 2-on-2 fast break. Ramsey has it, takes it herself. Off the glass. And Curfew comes back.
Number one receiver coming from the Shelby Whippets, Isaiah Ramsey.
He's caught our attention over here, and we're certainly going to keep an eye on the Willard flashes.
We will see you next week on the Stat Leaders, brought to you by Spitzer of Mansfield.
Welcome back to the Lexington Soccer Complex and inside of the Mechanics Bank pregame. I'm Brian Skowronski. Jesse Ryder is with me here tonight. And we definitely got a fun matchup, Jesse. Of the two district semifinals that we have here, this is the one that we've kind of been looking forward to. Two teams that met during the regular season, and there was no winner. They played to a draw. Something's going to give tonight.
Absolutely. This is kind of the game we've had circled kind of all season long. We kind of knew it would shake out pretty similar to this. What we didn't know is where would Madison factor into this, and certainly Lexington took care of that question. A big, big shootout win against the crosstown rival Lady Rams to get to this point. What a great accolade for Lexington. Bit of a rough start for Lexington,
sure,
but really has come along nicely at the end of the season.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about Lex here in a minute, but first we're going to turn the focus on Clear Fork. They've been rocking and rolling. They've won 7 of their last 8. Jesse, their lone loss was to a state title contender in Granville, where they got a late goal in the match to actually knock off the Colts. So under Brittany Bexel, this is a team, they're consistently always here in the round of districts, but trying to get to the district final for the first time in 6 years.
Absolutely. So this is a young team. There's a lot of young players that's going to kind of feature tonight. It's going to be a fun night to look to see how do the Colts compete, how do they play in such a fun, electric atmosphere.
Both sides expecting probably a low-scoring affair here tonight, given the conditions and how well they each defend. We'll talk more about that right after playing our national anthem. So back to the conversation and the build-up for this match here at our Mechanic Bank pregame. And for Clear Fork, Jesse, I think that they've got kind of a proven leader out on the field when you're talking about the likes of Lilly Wortman. She is their senior. She's their captain. She plays in the midfield. They can move her around. Top goal scorer on the team, also does a great job of distributing. I definitely feel like when times are down or when they really need a big play, Lilly is the young lady who they look for.
Yeah, certainly has stepped into kind of a leadership role in this team. Obviously, we covered game 1 for Clear Fork, and just minutes in, they lost, their star striker and Kendall Windsor for the season, and so somebody had to step up and score. And so you look at their first 3 games, and they had just 2 goals in 3 games, and kind of that age-old question, who is going to be the goal scorer for Clear Fork? And certainly Lilly Wortman has emerged as the goal scorer. 18 goals, 11 assists, phenomenal player, and I think really has capitalized at the right time for Clear Fork to kind of become their leader both on and off the field.
And on the other side for Lexington, you talked about kind of a rocky start for them, and it's been a topsy-turvy season, I would say, for Lex all year long, highlighted by that sectional championship win over the 5-time defending district champions in the Madison Lady Rams. So I don't know if they've really got things figured out. They've kind of traded some great performances with some not-so-great ones, but this is a team that when they're really on, they're good. Other times, they struggle to score.
Absolutely. Roller coaster is how I look at this season. Inconsistent. They've had some I think we covered the Mansfield Christian game. I think that was kind of demonstrated throughout that game. There were moments where you watched that game and you saw them struggle to score, struggle to defend a little bit. There were moments when you watched that game and you think, okay, these guys can play a little bit. They're kind of fun, kind of got a little bit of swagger about them. So I just think it's going to be which Lexington team shows up tonight. As we look at kind of this roller coaster of a season, even roller coaster of kind of in the in-game performances, who are you going to see? What's it going to be in a game like tonight?
And if you want to pick just one player to kind of spotlight and highlight, we're going to go with Makenna Arnholt in this one. She leads the team with just 6 goals. I mean, that's an uncommon number for any varsity club that's this deep into the season, Jesse, but she's one of the ringleaders for them. She's also one of the top distributors as well. This is just a squad that they really struggle producing offense. 18 or 16 points, that's tops on the team.
Yeah, that is certainly an interesting accolade or interesting statistic at this point in the season for that to be your leading goal scorer. Lexington has not scored a flurry of goals. They don't score a lot of goals in each game. They defend well, and that keeps them in games for the most part. But they're still looking, I think, trying to figure out what we've called Lexington as kind of an old young team. So they have a lot of seniors, but it's a lot of seniors who followed a lot of seniors from last year's team who don't have a ton of varsity experience. And so for these girls to really kind of step up and say, this is our moment, this is our time, this is our team, and kind of lay claim to the season of what is our season, what is our future going to look like, you kind of have to make your own stake in the ground for that. And so it's going to be interesting to see, do they rise to the occasion? Great atmosphere at Lexington. Get to play on your home field, crosstown rival, a team you've tied early, packed stands, fun. I mean, it's all the things you want in a soccer game, all put into one great match for the district semifinals.
Yeah, kind of a unique experience, of course, for Lexington, literally playing at home in the round of districts. But if they're to break through and get to the championship, it would be the first time under Buck Morton since he's become coach. So this is a team that while they're playing at home, Jesse, they haven't had a ton of success here playing at the Lexington Soccer Complex. When they got into tournament, they obviously had to deal with the likes of Taylor Huff and the Madison Rams for that 4-year stretch. And then kind of a surprise team last year, Madison breaking through and winning for the 5th straight year. Will this be the season that Lexington gets back into the final, or is it going to be Clear Fork getting there for the first time in a while? That's what's at stake here. Two clubs that would love for a chance to compete with Ontario for a second go-around here this season. And we get to find out who it's going to be coming up in just a matter of seconds, Jesse. This is going to be a fun one tonight.
Absolutely. Lexington has done what no team has been able to do in the past 5 years in regards to districts, and the Madison Lady Rams took them out in the sectional finals in a great shootout victory. I mean, just so much fun, so much adrenaline. That was one of the, we talked early on in the season about this sectional, about this specific Division II girls sectional. You knew you were going to get some great early round matchups, and it's going to depend. And as the season unfolded, we saw Ontario was going to be the number 1. Clear Fork was going to be the number 2, and then you get into kind of that tournament time. Where would these teams elect to play? And everybody looked to avoid Ontario, and so it puts right as we saw. I mean, just the dominant team, and so you get a matchup with Lex and Madison, and now Lex and Clear Fork, because Lex did what no teams have been able to do in the past 5 years, and that's beat Madison early on in the playoffs.
And so we are underway here from the Lexington Soccer Complex, and it is Lady Lex trying to break into the attacking third first, but a turnover here. And for Clear Fork, Danica Labaki shifting the field, sending it out wide. Be interesting to see who's able to win the ball in possession within the midfield.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. That's going to be one of the keys to the game, is who can kind of transition from defense to offense cleanly and efficiently. Both teams have struggled to score at times throughout the year, so it's really going to be, can we defend, not give up an easy goal or kind of a cheap goal, but then can you transition from defense to offense effectively? Whether it's through a kind of a big counterattack or a quick counterattack. Both teams kind of just will defend first and then look to kind of get that ball forward. And it'll be, can they be efficient in that transition? So far, the answer is no, because it's just been turnover after turnover, but transitions will happen over time.
Just over a minute gone by here in the match. And want to say hello to everybody out there watching in Facebook and YouTube land. And make sure that you're dropping us comments fast and furiously throughout the night. You'll be featured in our fan zone, and we just want to keep the conversation rolling, make you part of the game here on the OH Report, as the Colts nearly had a nice through ball there, but it's broken up trying to find Wortman, who's kind of playing up top here early on in the contest. But here comes the counterattack for Lady Lex.
Yeah, I like the decision to kind of pull the ball back, keep it a little bit, and just fired it forward. A bit of a heavy touch from Lexington. There's Labaki in the middle. See if she can create something. Smart play to play it out wide, release some pressure there.
And Wortman with a lot of space, eyeing up the defender. He's going to carry it in between a double team. Big collision. And the whistle, I believe, going to go against Lilly.
Yeah, threw the arm up there, then trying to split the double team. Lex does well to kind of collapse down and not let her through, and then Lilly just picks up a little bit of a foul there, trying to just maybe even keep her balance a little bit, throws her arm up. Definitely made contact, definitely a foul. Whether it was intent and foul, I'm not sure, but it is going to be a Lex free kick just outside of their own 18. Lexington in no hurry on the free kick here, taking their time. Plays it right to Labaki.
And already with that first foul, Jesse, in the first 2 minutes, that's more than the entire first contest tonight. I don't think I've ever covered a match where there was no fouls.
Yeah, no fouls, 1 offsides. What a night.
Yeah, it was amazing. And with the ball sinking down in the corner, are we going to get The Colts with a set piece here. They got a throw in.
I think it is a throw in. I think you're correct. Yep. The one thing about it is hard to get if you've got players with a long throw, and Clear Fork has a couple, you don't get a lot of distance there from the sideline to the fence. Not one of the wider areas. Not the field itself is fine, but just there is a fence right there that limits that run a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of a unique venue here with the natural grass, of course, and then just the short proximity from the fans to the playing surface. I think you only got a couple of yards, like you said. So if you got one of those big guns that can really chuck it a long ways and can be a difference maker, it's challenging on this side of the field and then even over on the far side because you got the big dip that goes down into the forest area. So this field is not too kind to the big throwers.
Absolutely, and certainly, I'm always impressed. Whenever I come here this late in the season, you just see just the condition of the field and how well they take care of stuff here. I mean, what a turn there by Clear Fork. Good hit.
And that's our first shot of the match. And save. It's Molly Worley coming up with the big save.
Lilly Wortman with a good look on goal there. Puts it right at the keeper, but a nice little turn to just kind of go forward and hits it right at Molly Worley. Does well to collect it and keep it. Now Lex is transitioning the other way.
Yeah, big opportunity here, turning it in towards frame. Large collision. Wortman going to pick up a foul as she just rolled right over the back of Olivia Stutz.
Yeah, certainly there's definitely contact. It looks like her arm may come up a little bit, which brings that into a foul. Going hard for the ball. Here you see the replay. It's a good ball by Lexington to set it up, and Wortman just kind of leans in, throws the elbow up just a little bit there to draw the foul. Good opportunity for Lexington here. Looks like they're going to go for a right-footed approach. Not going to be much angle on the goal, then it's going to go back post.
Chambers bends it, back post, diving save, and the follow. My goodness, Taylor made wide open net, goalie out of position. Lady Lex can't come through.
Anders with a great first save. A beautiful ball in. It's tricky to handle from Renee Anders. Does well to get down and keep it out of the net.
Ooh.
Lexington had 3 players sitting there and just tap it wide. Tough break for Lexington. Fortunate for Clear Fork that this is still 0-0.
Ball driven back post. Renee coming out. Able to catch this one cleanly. So a couple quick shots here over about the last minute of action for Lady Lex.
Good touch by Annika in the middle of the field there. Good turn from Ashton Wine.
Now she lobs one on the money. It's Melody Bluebaugh.
The ball is deflected generously for Clear Fork, but cleared out. It's going to be 2-on-2 the other way. Clear Fork's defenders were up pretty high. A bit of a heavy ball there from Lexington. It's going to be a bit of a transition. Lex did not send a lot of players forward there on that counterattack. Just kept it at the 2 players, really. It's going to go right back to Clear Fork, and they're going to look to counter the other way, and that's a great ball in for Lilly Wortman.
See if they're able to do something with it. Instead, cleaned up by the backer there for Lex. So a throw-in on the way here from the near side. Lilly with a quick throw.
Good ball. Annika, top of the box, ball at her feet.
Probably a bit unselfish right there. Probably would like to see her just sling one on net, see what happens.
Yeah, certainly she's got a good shot. Does well to keep possession, but if you're facing the goal there's nothing wrong with just putting the keeper on for a test.
So Clear Fork keeping it on the attack here as they've got number forward. Lex having troubles just looking to clear. Nice job stepping up there by Sophia Perry. Had that been able to leak by her, could have been dangerous. And the Colts win the tussle here in the midfield.
Referee with a good little move there to move Clear Fork off the ball.
Well, they're athletes too, Jesse.
Unintentionally, I'm sure, but certainly kind of shielded Clear Fork off the ball and Lex transitioned out of it.
Lady Lex with a throw-in on the far side, right in front of the Clear Fork bench. And it's cleaned up, but knocked out of bounds here. And they'll do it all over again from over near their bench now. As the winds continuing to howl down here at the Lexington Soccer Complex. And it appears to be in the back right now of Lexington. So it might favor them taking some deep, more riskier shots here in this opening half.
Good pace by Lilly Wortman just to get forward, create some just a little bit of chaos there with a big touch to get in. Kind of pulls it back, but not much there for Lexington. But they are going to keep the throw or keep the possession with a throw. And going to get a throw in about 5 yards farther than where she was.
I see plenty of comments rolling in here on our Facebook page, so keep an eye on those. Read them off when we get some dead time here in the match. And, of course, you'll be featured in the fan zone as well. So keep the conversation going out there on the internet. Good chance for a counterattack. Not a great setup, though. Lilly had to track back to the ball.
Good speed there by good ball in. Oh, that's shielded nicely by Coleman there. Just does well to just to be in the way, really. Aubrey Coleman, captain, just does well to kind of shield her off, not let her get an attempt. That's a great ball, great build-up. Just good use of the body by Aubrey Coleman.
That's a great point. Barnett got plenty of speed out there. That one bounces through. And now Clear Fork with a clear. Lady Colts sent it out wide for Blue Ball. Good ball for Barnett. Stops on a dime, sets it up. Here's Mel. Good give and go. What are they going to get out of it? Ball
scrambling around. Couldn't even see what was going on there.
Yeah, I think it was spilled out there by the keeper.
Yeah, I think Molly gets the first touch. What I'm not sure is what happens after then.
Oh, it's definitely out there, up for grabs.
Oh, two near opportunities, one for each team within 10 minutes. I mean, just ball sitting with it inside the 6.
2 saves on each side so far here in the early going.
It's a dangerous ball out by Lexington.
And
good second touch there, yeah. Just to kind of break up the rhythm of the play. Clear Fork had some numbers forward. Lexington not attacking with a ton of players, just sending 2, but it's been enough to create a little bit of chaos on the back line for Clear Fork. And we've talked a lot about just the kind of the speed and athleticism of the Clear Fork back line, but the Lex pressure up front has created a little bit of fits for them.
Now deep down into Clear Fork territory comes a throw-in. Chuck it into the box, headed out of there by Annika.
Bit of a hurried touch there by Olivia Stutes, just kind of turning, kicking out of bounds. Quick throw by Clear Fork.
And nice patience there from Avery Wine.
Not the cleanest of games so far, just a little sloppy in terms of possession, completing passes. You see just kind of, and sometimes, you know, the momentum of the game, the excitement, your technique's not quite on point yet because all the adrenaline that's playing. So sometimes you find yourself overhitting or missing an angle a little bit. As the game, you know, wears on, you hope to kind of clean some of that up and not turn it over.
Nice pressure that time for Stutes. And it forced Wortman here to the sideline. Wasn't able to make a play. Olivia lobs it just a bit too tall that time. Intended for Makenna Arnholt. And just a continuity, not really forming just yet. We've seen a couple of decent buildups. But for both sides, the turnover game definitely has been problematic.
Absolutely, a couple subs coming in for Clear Fork here. So Clear Fork's probably subbing in, you know, players 14 and 15. Lex yet to make a sub. You know, you wonder about cardio at this point in the season. Certainly early in the game, not a big deal, but you get into minutes 60 or 70, that can be a bit of a difficult thing.
Oh, and I see that potentially my billfold's going to be coming out, Jesse. So we're looking for 250 viewers by the half. So make sure that if you're watching on Facebook, throw out a save. And then for YouTube, if you're on some of the other forms of social media, just drop the link on like the Twitter or Instagram, wherever.
It's a battle for the ball right there. Players kind of falling into each other. Clear Fork's going to come away with the ball, but certainly there's some players that a little bit of a mark after those challenges.
Yeah, a lot of bodies formulating right now outside the 18. Minutemen able to punch it out of there, at least for now. Quick throw in here for the Lady Colts for Zoe Lamp. Charges into danger, set up. Here comes the turn by Wine.
Good battle there in the end of the field. Clear Fork still kind of just keeping the ball, but not clean yet. Lex is, a little bit of contact. Referee says no. Probably the right call, but there was definitely some contact in the back there. It's a little bit light for a PK in this setting, but you got to be careful there.
Couple connecting passes here for Clear Fork. And I think that was a shot attempt that was taken there by Avery.
See if Clear Fork's able to keep possession out of the back here. It's been a little troublesome. And it's going to go out of bounds there. There's a little rush when they get the ball out of the back, just trying to get it forward. Here's a couple subs for both teams now. Lex is going to bring 2 players on. Clear Fork's going to bring 2 players on.
So Aubrey just waiting for her moment to get a quick throw in.
Zoe Borwick's freshman checking in for the first time tonight, along with Zoe Morris.
So many great freshmen here in the area. If you got a chance to watch our earlier match, 5 of the Ontario goals scored by 9th graders in that one. All of them by freshmen or sophomores.
Good turn by Barnett in the middle of the field. Keeps the ball a little bit. Not many options forward. And it's going to be played to Lexington, who's going to have some numbers here.
Yeah, Arnholt just looking to put some pressure with the speed and forces this one.
If Lex gets up here and takes a quick throw, they're going to keep their numbers. They aren't going to get up there, but the player who was the kind of forward took the throw, so lost a little bit of that, but it's going to be another throw in for Lexington.
Lady Lex playing with 3 defenders back at midfield. And here's Arnholt trying to sneak through for a shot, and it's disrupted by Perry at the last second.
It's going to be a corner kick for Lexington. See, Lexington looks like they're gathering atop of the 18 there. We'll see if they have a kind of an organized play, or sometimes coaches have different philosophies on corner kicks. Sometimes you just load the box up and hope the ball kind of goes in your favor. Other times there's organized runs, and other times organized plays. So we'll see what they look to set up here.
Triggered in by Workman, one of the captains, and knocked out of the box. But here comes Coleman. Aubrey, big heavy touch. We'll see if she tries to strike it. She will.
It's a good ball across there.
Nearly snuck through on the backside. But now Clear Fork keeping it in the field of play. Chance for a counterattack. Barnett with all that speed, but Aubrey with a clean tackle.
That's a great tackle coming in from behind, because Barnett certainly has the speed on her, but she does well to just make contact with the ball, get out of bounds, stop the transition. We talked about transitions earlier. Certainly the key part of it is being able to stop transitions effectively as well. You don't want to give in breakaways and numerical situations going for the other team. So if you can stop transitions, those are big plays, and Aubrey Coleman does a great job of doing that there.
And after some substitutions, it's going to be a Clear Fork throw. From here in front of the press box, Mel Blubaugh. Going to come right back to her. And Mel looking to shift it to the other side.
Ooh. Good possession here by Clear Fork. It's this pass here that they've struggled to kind of get the ball forward in. There's a bad giveaway by Annika.
Just doesn't seem like there's any windows, though. I'm looking downfield as well, and I don't know if you're a Clear Fork player where you're going to put that ball.
Referee almost ducked into it there. He ducked to get out of the way, but went lower, nearly got hit in the head.
But again, these are trained athletes out here, Jesse. They get in a lot of their cardio as well, along with these players.
It's very generous of you.
Seen a couple of nice moves.
Lex a little late getting back on side, so they're offsides. Don't make a play on the ball. It's going to go in to Renee Anders' hands, and she'll pick it up. And it's that middle third right now. Both teams have been kind of problematic of keeping the ball getting into the attacking third from the middle. So we'll see. There's kind of a case in point here. See if Lexington can connect one. They cannot. It's going to go back to Clear Fork, but kind of touch back to Lexington.
I'm seeing a lot of hot chocolate now up here in the stands. I know that my crew members would love to get some in theirs as well, so Let's get that viewership bumped up, folks. Throw out some shares on the Facebook.
If we get up to like 500, is there a chance for a steak, or is that kind of off limits?
I don't know if they have steak out here.
Oh, they have restaurants out here, though.
Oh, that's a good point, Jesse. All right, let's go for it. 500 viewers, and we'll get that steak dinner for Mr. Ryder.
Good bit of skill here from Lexington, 4-on-2.
Yeah, let's see what
it's
they
a
do
good
with
ball
it.
in, a little bit of space for Lexington as well.
Here's Patterson, turns inside, deflected, and well played. It'll be struck out of bounds for a throw-in.
Yeah, we talked about this chess match mentality in the first game, where you either got to keep numbers back or no. Oh my! Oh, a little bit of either miscommunication or a late read by Anders. That ball bounced right around Lexington. I think everybody just assumed it was going to be captured by Anders, but maybe a little bit sooner. But yeah, so Lexington electing just kind of attack with 2 target players, really sit back with 3, and then play kind of the other 5 in the middle of the field. And so we saw a situation there where it ended up being 4-on-2. Lex had the ball, but 2 extra defenders to go against. So kind of that numerical chess match of where do you put your players and how do you want to compete. So right now Lexington looks like they're just going to try and defend at a high level and maybe catch Clear Fork on the counterattack, which has been an interesting strategy because they've got to go forward a few times with it.
So we've seen both sides so far, Jesse, just 3 shots each as we're approaching the midway point here of this opening half. So it's definitely been more of a defensive battle. Not a lot of opportunities created by either offensive unit up to this point. But both defending well.
Great ball by Barnett.
Yeah, it is. And it looked like some hesitation there from Bluebaugh as she saw the defender tracking.
Looks to be another throw-in for Clear Fork deep in Lexington territory here.
Takes a hop just outside the 18.
Choice by Labaki. Open the game up a little bit. Draw some defenders out. Let's see if they can work to get a ball in. Good battle on the far side of the field. There's going to be a foul, probably a lot of contact. Referee said play on, but contact from both ways, so rightfully so, maybe on the play on, but certainly a little bit of just trying to jostle position to get the ball.
Colts able to find some feet here with Barnett. Now she's going to sky one. It's going to take a hop just outside the box, and Worley coming off the line, no problem.
Yeah, I think what I'd like to see Clear Fork try and do is find a second midfielder. Once they get the ball, they're just trying to find it forward. If you can find the second midfielder, it kind of opens the game up, makes the defenders defend at different angles. I think it'd be easier to go forward then, but just a little direct, or they just play it back and try and release pressure that way. But if you can find that other midfielder, I think it'll just kind of release that pressure for him a little bit. Let's see what we get out of it. It's going to be a corner kick for Clear Fork.
Be their first opportunity at a set piece so far here this evening. And both sides going to get a fresh body into the mix. So Zoe Lamp checking into the game here for Clear Fork.
Lexington pulling some players up for the corner kick, so they've still got enough bound there. Starting to drop back. Short corner.
Yeah, nobody got a piece of it. Took 2 hops in the box. And now this one going to be sent in. Deep shot, and Worley squeezes it.
It's good hands. Had a Clear Fork player running right at her. Doesn't drop it, bobble it, just keeps it in front, keeps it clean. It's a good save. Makes it look routine.
Ball takes a hop. Aggressive defense there. And Lex comes away with it. Got a chance to start building something forward. That one's misstruck, though, off the right foot of Patterson.
Looking for the give and go. I think just kind of got caught under her foot a little bit. Clear Fork's got some numbers to go forward here a little bit.
Yeah, they do. They've got like a 3-on-3 here, Jesse. A little bit of space. Bluebaugh with some speed.
See if she can turn it back and play it in. That's a big tackle. It's the right tackle.
Oof.
She definitely got the ball, but that is a hard tackle.
Yeah, huge collision there with Stutz. Blue ball slow to get up. And Olivia, obviously a little bit rattled there too, as she's got to adjust the shin guards.
See the replay. It's a great ball in. Blue ball keeps the run right. But Stutz, this is a great tackle. It's going to be a Lexington throw-in.
Couple of deflections, and now should be a foul. No whistle. Well, that's stunning to me.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely was no contact on the ball. Definitely the contact on the leg, which usually those two things constitutes a foul. But Olivia Stutz, rough couple of minutes here, taking a little bit of a beating.
Yeah, she's going to need some ice. A couple of different spots after this match. Coleman slaps it out of bounds here on the near side. It's going to be a Lady Colt throw-in, and more substitutions coming. Been frequent, mixing up the lineups here in the early portion of the match.
Lady Wortman and Alex Collier entering for Lexington.
So far, just 4 shots on the night for the Lady Colts, 3 for Lexington. Haven't had really any moment where you kind of hold your breath, other than, I guess, in the opening minutes when Lexington had the open netter that they couldn't finish on with Allie Parker. Outside of that, been a lot of defense and plenty of turnovers in the midfield.
Yeah, right here in the midfield, but we've seen the ball repeatedly, one by one team, played to the other team, played back, it was kind of that game. A little bit of confusion on the substitution here. Clear Fork taking a long time to get some players off. It might have been miscommunication on who was coming off.
Maybe some players just saying they didn't want to come out. That happens too.
I don't think you do that with Coach Bechtel. I don't think that's quite how that works.
Here's Lilly off the toss, headed forward by Barnett. Second header now. And I think that's off the shin guards of Brinley, so it'll set up a goal kick here for Lady Lex.
Yeah, a lot of deflecting turnovers, the ball kind of being pinged around a little bit. Not a lot of consecutive passes, maybe more so by Clear Fork just in the past 5 minutes or so. But certainly the ball kind of just being bounced around a little bit and players just trying to play it forward quickly. Not a ton of possession, though.
Off the restart, Lady Lex plays it short. Now they'll boom it down the far side. And just ping-ponging our way through here.
That is case in point right there. It was 3 straight passes to the other team by both teams.
Aggressive.
Good play by Olivia Wortman there. Head up. Wanted to play the ball deeper to the corner, probably stretch the game out. Everything's been right in this middle third area, and just a lot of pressure, a lot of players. So it's really, can you just kind of release some pressure? Interesting ball by Wortman there.
Trying to set up Addison Blakely on a charge and forces Worley to come make a play out the net.
That knee first slide, you don't see that a ton. But with the wet grass, it leads you to go a little bit farther than you need.
Yeah, normally I only see those during the celebration.
Right, right.
That one's going to be deflected off of Wortman. So Clear Fork maintains. Got a lot of numbers forward right now. Surrounding outside the box. Good ball movement. Now with Belcher. And Coleman turns her away.
Yeah, Coleman is a tough defender. I didn't see that. I looked once she played the ball. I didn't see the contact. Referee was looking at it. It's going to be a free kick, probably 35 yards away, maybe 30 for Clear Fork.
It's definitely an aggressive defensive conquest there by Coleman. So that gives Clear Fork an opportunity here. They got it teed up. Avery Wine.
Same style of ball as the other end that Lexington had their near goal on. It's kind of where their free kick was on the opposite end. Kind of that back post ball and forced Renee into a save. Molly catches her cleanly, so there's no deflection.
All 5 Clear Fork shots now have been on frame, but Worley has been perfect up to this point, of course, as we're still locked up 0-0 in a winner-take-all for a shot at the district crown. Ontario moving on. They had another shutout victory in tournament. Looked great. And decent build up here. Brindley with the shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Play of the match. Addie, boy, saving the day.
Oh, I was almost commenting on what a goal it was going to be. What a goal line save out of the. You'll see balls in, rolling on the goal line. Watch this replay though. Great build up by Clear Fork. Great technique.
Oh.
Abby Boyce, just right place, right time, but right play. That is not an easy play, even if you're in the right place. What a play by Lexington. Abby Boyce, absolutely terrific.
That's why she's designated as one of the captains just in her junior season.
What a great play. This is going to be a corner kick, I believe, for Clear Fork as well.
Will be their second of the match. Labaki sends.
That's a good ball. Again, defended nicely by Lexington. Step first that ball, because that's a dangerous ball coming in right where he won it, top of the 6, but Lex just broke first on the ball, and another great defensive play.
Ball leaked by Morgan Schaefer. She regains possession. Now Clear Fork through the midfield, and Zoe Lamp. She gives it away. Didn't take long to regain, though. And now Blue Baugh zips one, brings Morley down to her knees, but makes another save, her 7th.
Yeah, there's a couple of good looks for Clear Fork here in the past 90 seconds or so. Certainly the game has opened up a little bit. It's really who can possess the ball and make 2 or 3 passes and get a look on goal. Lilly Wortman kind of being that creator in the middle, not getting the shots off, but doing well to keep possession. Bit of a hurried shot there from Clear Fork, not quite the attempt you want.
Yeah, it's the freshman Zoe Lamp. Looked like she was a little bit indecisive with what she wanted to accomplish there.
You see that Addie Boyce highlight one more time. Just a great, it's a smart play, athletic play, and then obviously you still got to have the ability to do it too. I mean, she knew the position to get into, but not only did she get there, I mean, you're running back towards your own goal, and you've got to turn it, flick it away, and well, that's a great play, great save.
Keeping us at even now. Still a scoreless draw.
Certainly momentum has favored Clear Fork the past 5 minutes.
Staying after it, starting to press numbers forward, and Labaki mistouched that one. Definitely wanted to get it to Wortman, and she had a lot of space.
Clear Fork still in the attack here. Lex has kind of failed to clear that ball efficiently. It's a big ball far across the field. Defended nicely by Lexington, and it's going to be a Lexington throw-in as well.
So pretty perfectly executed there with that defensive idea to just hit it out. And I see that we're getting pretty close to that 250 number, Jesse. We're at 221 viewers right now, so my staff needs 30 more to get some hot chocolate on the boss.
Or
if we hit that $5 bill mark, probably be $5 bills out of my pocket. Everyone getting steaks.
Bucks delivers, right? It's going to be a foul against Clear Fork.
Yeah, they got some new ownership out there too. Maybe they could accommodate us up here in the box. Don't get a whole lot of deliveries in the press box.
It's true. It's a good way to get your name mentioned on the broadcast. 250 viewers. Could be hearing how good your steak is right now, but that's fine.
Speaking of which, do want to throw out some shout-outs here, including to Mechanics Bank, helping you bring the broadcast live and free tonight. That's better with mechanics. MWD Logistics. Do you need a warehousing and logistics partner that gets you storage needs? Store and move your inventory seamlessly into your customers' hands with MWD Logistics. And by Jim Wilson, real estate agent, proud sponsor of this local friendly rivalry. Contact Jim Wilson to buy or sell your home or business today. And I'm hearing there's a big shift right now, and it's becoming a buyer's market, Jesse. It was a seller's market for so long. The last year, we saw They were flying off the shelves like hotcakes. Now the buyer taking a little bit of the opportunity into their hands.
Nice. Speaking of hotcakes, I'm just kidding.
Is that on the menu now too? If we get to 400 viewers or something, like
we get one more viewer, I get free pancakes. Okay. Lexington getting back in the attack here. Still just kind of struggle. Clear Fork has settled down a little bit in terms of possession, but Lexington is a good play by Clear Fork to win it back. Lexington read that play though, so you just kind of see back and forth, back and forth. There we go. There's 2 consecutive passes by Clear Fork and a chance to go forward a little bit.
Now Belcher hooking up, and she's got Lilly. Wortman turns the corner, sends back post. Wow, Labaki was there. Now here's Blue Baw, takes a shove. She's right on top of the ball. No whistle on any of that.
Yeah, she's hurt. I think that knocked the wind out of her. She fell. I mean, she did fall on the ball. Hard to believe not a handball.
Nothing.
If you're Clear Fork, you're looking for a PK. Lexington, you're looking for a handball coming out. And you see the ball, just a big ball across. Annika just kind of behind her a little bit. So kind of here's that weird play. She just kind of falls. I guess they technically don't see it hit her hand, but also the ball stopped under her. So see Brindley Barnett, a little bit of speed, a little bit of skill there. Finds Annika in the middle. There's the ball moving from Clear Fork, kind of opening the game up. That's the play I'm talking about. Find that next midfielder, kind of move the defenders around. Ooh, final ball's not great, but you see the difference. So kind of, if you just play that first pass forward, there's just pressure coming right away. Now they opened the game up, found the next midfielder over. Just a bit of a not great final ball. Here's that play one more time down to Blue Ball. You see Aubrey Coleman kind of stumbles into her. Blue Ball falls onto the ball. Nothing is called, so I think that's probably the right call. I mean, there's all sorts of chaos down there. I think not making a call is probably the right call.
It's just 2 different body frames and sizes right there. Obviously, Aubrey's got the little bit wider build, and then she just runs into the back there of Mel. Took a tumble, but right on top of the ball, I think, was the interesting part, of course.
Yeah, nothing really came of it. No goals, no opportunities, so everything kind of continues. And
we play on.
That moment will be forgotten by most.
Backside, Coleman steps in front. And now a chance for a 2-on-2 here for Lady Lex.
I think she ran off sides. Let's see if the referee puts his flag up. I thought she kept going forward, and Sophia Perry stepped up, but it's going to be played out regardless.
Kaiser checking into the contest here for the purple and gold as we're closing in on just 4 minutes remaining here in this opening half. The run of play certainly has favored Lexington, and definitely over the last 15 minutes, Lexington has not had a shot here in a while. So see if they can muster something here off this corner kick.
It is going to be a corner kick. Yeah, a bit of a confusion who went off of. Certainly Clear Fork was saying it was a goal kick. Lex saying it was a corner kick. Referee has found agreement with Lexington, so it's going to be a corner kick for Lexington. They've had some interesting free kicks. That's a great ball in from near post. Anders comes off her line nicely, snags it.
Yeah, clean grab that time by Renee.
It just kind of runs through traffic. That's not an easy play. Yeah, just
bodies everywhere, and Anders comes through with save number 4. It's going to be Lexington throw-in coming up. Staying on the aggressive down here. Not a great looking throw, though, and it'll lead to a gold kick off the deflection off Workman.
Yeah, one of the things in this game I've seen a lot in really girls high school soccer, throw-ins oftentimes lead to turnovers. It's really an interesting dynamic where you'll see them kind of throw in either directly to the other team or the first touch goes right to the other team. Even high-level teams oftentimes are turning over off throw-ins. It's really an interesting thing. That ball is a little bit dangerous there. It's going to be a tough ball to clear out.
Yeah, I like the hesitation there by Kaiser. Kind of force a move. And now that's off of Blue Ball's boot.
Kind of a quick throw in by Lexington, but it is going to go back to Clear Fork. Kind of case in point for what I'm saying is it just happens more often than not. For having the ball, you give it away pretty frequently. Let's see if she's able to find her next player. She is. One more and they're in.
Here we go.
She
Yeah,
does.
Wortman calling for it all the way. Lilly forced outside, though. Had to drift on that one.
It's a big save by Molly. Way to come off her line. Good hands again. Hey, both keepers have played well the first game, making some tough saves.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
I thought her angle and her approach on the ball was going to lead to a deflection, but great hands, great save. Really well done by Molly Worley.
Give and go, but there was no go there by Labaki. Fortunate it just leaks back to her.
It's going to be a Clear Fork throw. A little bit of miscommunications by Lexington running into each other, and then Clear Fork thought one was running and one was staying and played in the opposite way. But
Zoe Lamp now entering the game for the Colts.
And I haven't forgot all about my messages that were coming in from old Beraldo down on the sideline. All sorts of little nuggets here.
Clear Fork still keeping possession in their area. Let's see if they're able to. They've been able to kind of play a ball out of it. That's a great ball across.
Yeah,
Labaki, goal. Annika Labaki.
One timed it nicely. Showed some patience, some poise, didn't rush it. Back post delivery on target.
Just under a minute to go in the half, I believe.
Huge.
And you see it's a great ball across. I was just getting to comment. Clear Fork has been playing some great balls from that far side, just coming across kind of interesting angles. But that was just a great ball on the ground and right at the feet of Annika Labaki, who slots it home. Back corner. Colts are up 1-0. What a half.
And according to Travis, Buck Morton literally told the defender to push Wortman backwards seconds before her assist right there. So it just goes to show, if you just listen to coach sometime, good things will happen. As this one gets deflected back out to the midfield. And the Lady Colts going to work it now down the far sideline. Big ball. Barnett's there. She's got the speed to catch up.
Under 20 seconds remain. Time is a little bit of a factor, but she's facing there. Let's see if they put one more ball across.
Now they tried to with Lilly. Karam's out of bounds, and it'll be tough for them to get an opportunity here. And it looks like they're just going to take it into the break. But what a big turn of events. Such a defensive struggle for so long, but Annika Labaki puts Clear Fork on top. 1-0. Check it out right there. Big stuff as we head into the half, where we're going to have some analysis for you guys here in a couple of minutes, as well as some halftime statistics. And we're going to hear from each coach as well down on the sideline with Travis. So hang around. It's live and free and only on the OH Report.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're
my
serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
There's a blood shortage and we came up to Dead Lover's Point at midnight on Friday the 13th.
Lame.
Guess I'm gonna waste all this blood by dying in a predictable horror movie way.
50% of Americans like watching blood get spilled in horror movies, but only 3% donate it. When was the last time you donated blood?
Very nice look to Denbo. Well, behind the back move. Oh my goodness, ankle breaker. And it's the shot. Wow.
Being aggressive and traveling, or he's trapping. Inside to Holloway.
2-on-2 fast break. Ramsey has it, takes it herself. Off the glass. And Crestview comes back.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
It's halftime here at the Lexington Soccer Complex. 40 minutes are in the books, and right now it's Clear Fork on top, courtesy of a late-time Annika Labaki goal. They lead it 1-0. Welcome into the Mechanic Bank halftime report. Brian Skowronski alongside Jesse Ryder tonight, and man, that was just big-time clutch stuff there by Annika and Clear Fork to be able to deliver that goal. As there's a lot of defense going on. Clear Fork had more opportunities, but they don't matter unless you capitalize, and that's what they were able to do. And right now they're sitting pretty. They're in a good spot.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes of the half, I thought Clear Fork really kind of found their rhythm offensively. They were getting the ball wide, kind of playing the ball to that back post, and a couple weird plays, a couple near goals, and then a beautiful ball. And then Annika Labaki with a great finish, just technique right there, side netting, with just under a minute to go to kind of separate the half. What a great first half of soccer.
Let's show you the halftime stats presented by Mechanics Bank, and you're going to see Clear Fork with more than a 2-1 advantage in terms of the shots. Both of these teams, though, very selective with their opportunities, Jesse. Every single shot that they took on frame.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a lot of good opportunities there. I think, Lexington's best opportunity came probably 2 minutes into the match off a free kick, and a great first save by Anders, and then just a missed attempt afterwards. I'm not even sure if it's a shot or a heavy touch or what it was, but just a missed attempt right after that. And you kind of learn to regret some of those opportunities that you can't capitalize on. And then Clear Fork, I think, throughout the half, was able to just kind of generate a little more offense consistently, a little bit more possession, and obviously that results in getting the goal right before the halftime whistle.
And they had a couple other clean opportunities like you were talking about, some nice build-ups for Clear Fork, who defended well, too, on the back line. Both keepers got to get some credit for the way that they were able to defend. Worley's come out, made some phenomenal stops, but I think maybe even the biggest save of the game, probably Addie Boyce.
Oh, terrific
play. Becoming 2-0.
There's certain videos you'll kind of look at and just remember for a while. That was one. I mean, there's so much good about that. Certainly her positioning to go behind the keeper when the ball was played wide and support Molly, and then not only just the knowledge to do that, but the positioning. And you still have to have the skill. That's not an easy ball to hit away. As you're facing one way, you kind of got to hit it the other way. With high energy, fast pace, and district spot in the district championships on the line there. So big play by Addie Boyce and kept the game 0-0 for a long time because of that.
So Lexington and Clear Fork, just 40 minutes remain here in regulation. Winner, of course, moving on. They'll get a shot at Ontario, a squad that knocked off both of these teams during the regular season. They beat Lady Lex in the opener on Friday Night Football 2-1. And then Ontario, a 3-0 shutout at the Colt Corral at about the mid-season point. So it would have to be getting some revenge for one of these two teams if they were to move on. And then these two clubs, when they met in the regular season, it was a 0-0 draw. Clear Fork kind of owned the match, though, just in terms of their creation and their amount of shots that they were to put on goal. Finally able to capitalize here late in this opening half, and that's why they have got the short lead right now, 1-0.
Yeah, certainly it's been about 119 scoreless minutes between these two teams. Obviously a 0-0 first game and then nearly a 0-0 first half here, but right under a minute remaining, Annika Labaki, big goal. I think it's going to – whoever wins this game, this has been a competitive matchup. It's been a lot of fun. I think they're going to have their hands full with Ontario. And watching Ontario tonight, I think they move the ball so smooth, and they attack so well. And I think for Ontario to lose, it's really going to be missed opportunities. Like they're going to create shots. They're going to create scoring opportunities. It's going to be like we talked about in the Ontario game. They had so many opportunities in that first half. And I'll say only got 2 goals to show for it, out of 22 shots. I like the chances they created, but you got to have a little bit higher percentage when you start playing higher caliber teams. So, but this game is not over yet. We've got 40 minutes, possibly more if Lex can get back in it with a goal here. Great opening half. I liked a lot. There's a lot of talented players here, and I think as the game continues to play, you find a little bit of a rhythm. I think there's about a 10-minute stretch where I don't think a pass was completed. It was kind of back and forth. And so hopefully we'll kind of get away from that and have some fun in the second half.
Which is now underway. First touch belonging to the Lady Colts. Kind of ping one deep and allow Brinley Barnett to get a piece of it before it's snaked away from the backside. And now here's Lexington trying to send it forward and seeing what Makenna Arnholt can do.
There's good speed by Workman. Good touch to get in that space. Blue ball defended well, used her body, but still with Lexington. This is kind of what we talked about the first half, where you just couldn't kind of clear the ball effectively. Just kind of stays at your end. That transition is so key.
That one's going to stay in bounds here down the line.
I think Lexington just assumed it was going out of bounds. Everybody kind of retreated back and just looked away from the ball. And that ball stayed in and allowed time for Clear Fork to cover.
This time it will go out. Maddie Hughes, the quick toss. And to your point, an instant turnover. And now it'll be over to Clear Fork. He's just going to chuck it down in the corner, see if Barnett can do anything with it.
Lexington content to just knock it out of bounds, give up another throw into Clear Fork. Neither team has been real dangerous on their throw-in so far. I haven't seen a real long throw that makes you have to worry. That's a decent throw there. It goes right to Clear Fork.
Now Lady Lex not able to clear. Here's Labaki, turns inside.
I think I'd like to see her go and have a shot on goal there, and she's got a good shot. I know it's on her left foot. She prefers her right, but kind of angling at the goal there, dribbling across the middle. Nothing wrong with a left-footed attempt there.
That one's going to be chased out of bounds in front of the Lady Colt bench. And a quick quote here at the half. According to Buck Morton, his key to the game here in the second half, he says, we got to start winning the 50-50 balls and getting possession between the midfield line and the lights. Giving up that goal in the final minute was exactly what we did not need.
That's very true, I'm sure. I agree about that possession in the middle of the field, though. It's just that ball has been pinged around, and we've talked about it repeatedly up here. There's not a lot, and certainly I think now it's favoring Clear Fork. Clear Fork has done a better job of finding their second player in the middle of the field, open the game up a little bit. Lexington has been pretty direct, but could be advantageous here.
Yeah, here's Arnholt with a breakaway, and she's going to send it over the top of the keeper. Huge score, and it's the equalizer.
A bit of a just breakdown everywhere for Clear Fork defensively, and then Makenna Arnholt just gets in. You see the speed to separate from the Clear Fork defenders. I thought she hit it a little bit early, but Renee Anders was off her line, and Makenna Arnholt keeps it on goal, which is half the battle there, and able to get it by Renee. It is 1-1. We talked about it. There is a chance of extra time here.
Lexington definitely needed all that and more to knock off Madison. Went to the penalty kick shootout, where I believe they won 3-2 in the PKs. So Lexington striking first here, about 2.5 minutes into the second half. Arnholt's taking a deep one, and right where it needed to be. Excellent shot there from distance.
I see kind of probably the two of the best central midfielders, with Hattie Jukovic in that mix as well in the area, with Annika Labaki and Olivia Workman just kind of battling there. They are both just workhorses here. A little bit different style than Hattie Jukovic. I mean, Hattie's so smooth with the ball and a creator, and these two are just workhorses and will create chances in a variety of ways. Big tackle there. No foul. It'll be Lexington throw and coming out.
So definitely changes the complexion of the match now as we're back to square. And Lex capitalizing on the first shot of the second half.
Yeah, momentum is a funny thing. Sometimes you don't have it until you do, and obviously it kind of felt that with Lexington. It gave up a goal right before halftime. Didn't really have much going in the second half to start, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, got in on a breakaway and got a goal to tie it up, and now that pendulum just keeps swinging for momentum.
So race to the ball, won by Clear Fork. Now nice turn in the midfield, set up Barnett. And taken out of the hands of Worley. Or did she keep it? She did.
Yeah, definitely some contact there. I'm a little surprised there wasn't a call or a warning or anything. I mean, I don't know that it's intentional, but you see Worley's got it in her hands. Yeah.
Little brush by. Just saying hello.
It's tournament time. I guess you're gonna play a little bit here. Clear Fork getting an opportunity to go forward. That's the ball I like. Just kind of release some pressure. There is a great ball to the outside.
Oh yeah, on the money, blue ball. About a step too slow on that one. Excellent speed showcase there by Boyce. Just wanted it more.
Absolutely, that was a great ball, and I like that the long diagonal ball. Usually, you want to find your players in one-on-one situations, and they did there. And Boyce again just defended it well, and not only that, worked to get a goal kick out of it.
It's going to be taken by Lilly. Can't set it down on her feet. She's got friends coming in to help out.
Good skill by Labaki. I like it.
Nice.
Ooh, went for that through ball there. I don't mind her taking a look at goal, though. I like the build-up. I like the opportunity, but she's got a good shot. I think she's facing the goal, got the right angle there. It's on her right foot. I think you just want to force the keeper into making some good saves there, too.
It's one thing that we have not really seen from either offensive unit tonight. Just deciding to go ahead and blast one from deep, see what happens. Every shot has been on target.
going to be a Lexington throw in here. A little confusion if the ball went out or not.
I see somebody in the comments section named Rhonda says that she really hopes that you get that steak, Jesse. So she's out there hopefully sharing the feed, trying to get you that dinner that you so deserve, because we heard about your lunch and it didn't sound that appetizing.
No. Nothing like a bad salad. I tried to be healthy and ended up being gross.
Never pays off. Decision made here by Schaefer, just knock it out of bounds. Lex starting to funnel some bodies forward. Drop down to the feet here for Parker.
Kind of rotated back there. It's a little more possession than we've seen from Lexington most of the game so far. Leads to a ball, at least getting into a dangerous area, and then a dangerous throw for Lexington. We haven't seen that play that ball back to kind of release pressure there. It was good to kind of open the game up a little bit. They've been pretty direct for the most of the first half and the start of the second.
Now they've got to throw in deep in Clear Fork territory.
And again.
We'll redo it, basically from the same spot. And this time, given away to Labaki, gets a left foot. So Clear Fork, counterattack. And it comes to an end there on the far side. Wortman couldn't keep it in play. Keep bringing those comments into the fan zone. Definitely got our director laughing at something over here. Oh, good ball.
There's a good chance for Lexington.
So Stutz showing some patience. They're going to set it back up for her down in the corner. And she's got the cross right in front of the 6.
It's going to be a big hot. Deflected. I like the attempt, though. I mean, you saw her going to shoot it from a mile away. It's going to be trouble.
Stutz skies it.
Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable, the trajectory of that one. Looked like a pitching wedge. And Olivia Stutz with the second Lexington goal in the first 8.5 minutes of half number 2.
Boy, I'd like to see the replay here. I could not even figure out exactly what happened. Ball just kind of takes a nice ball. I mean, it's so high. Oh, my goodness. That's I know she intentionally shot it, but I'm sure that the intentionality was to not hit it quite like that. But at this point, Brian, goals are goals, and that goal put Lexington up 2-1. What a start to the second half. 10 minutes, 2 goals, and Lex with the lead now.
2 shots, 2 goals in half 2 for Lex. But you could not have tossed that thing in any better of a spot from the angle, the trajectory, everything about it. Just perfect for Olivia Stutz.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, really. I mean, it's just so high. And then just the chance to, Renee Handers, who's usually pretty sure-handed back there and makes the play she needs to make. And that one, just the right angle, the right approach. I guess if you're Lexington, it's the right angle, the right approach. If you're Clear Fork, it's a nightmare.
Sure. Lady Colts still with plenty of time to respond here as clock just now ticking under 31 minutes. And they have owned the majority of the possession. Lady Lex here in the second half starting to find a bit more continuity, though. Definitely kind of a changing of the guard.
Yeah, there's been a couple of attempts for Lexington in the second half as well, let alone the 2 goals. So Clear Fork hasn't really had much to go forward in the second half.
Yep, there Patterson's going to earn possession.
Clear Fork's not going to go down without a fight, so you're going to assume at some point here in the next couple minutes you're going to see kind of a Clear Fork flurry going forward. But so far, that Lex defensive unit has been up to the task.
This one headed to the midfield. No one there for Clear Fork. So Lady Lex controls. They give it away. As that one's going to sneak past one line of defense, but here comes Blue Ball on the hop.
It's going to be a Lexington throw and deflected off Barnett there. Saw a little momentum going forward for Clear Fork, but not much of a threat anywhere. Just, again, kind of chasing the ball rather than kind of keeping the ball.
I don't think that one ever got into the field of play.
Let's see where he spots it at. He's got.
Yeah, I think it's going to be from the same spot that it was just thrown in at.
I know at the youth level it's a rethrow. I think at the high school, I thought if it doesn't go in, I thought it might have been a rethrow as well. But regardless, they've called it Clear Fork's throw. Annika Labaki's going to be on the ball here.
And she's going to make a big throw, headed back by Workman. And just a big knock right there from Ashton Wine.
A little bit of frustration foul there sometimes. You just try and do things to even the game out a little bit. A little frustration. She's won the ball. Just going to knock her off a little bit, maybe just kind of make her leery of it next time. Certainly a foul, probably not much more.
Smooth that time by Arnholt. This one leaking out of bounds. Back over to Lady Lex. Arnholt flicks it. Big pop right there from Schaefer.
Just kind of bouncing around. We haven't seen more than a couple passes again. Just kind of bouncing off to each team, back and forth. Obviously, momentum is favoring Lexington right now, and the clock is favoring Lexington right now. So Maddie Hughes taking her time there on the throw-in. Every second matters at this point.
Nice clean deflection right there. Clear Fork did look like some progress moving forward. A lot of girls moving up. Good looking header, and here's Makenna. See how dangerous she can be.
It's a big tackle there, stepped in nicely. I think it's going to be a Clear Fork throw-in. Couldn't quite tell where it went out of bounds at. Looks like it's certainly going to be a throw-in. And some Clear Fork subs on top of that as well.
Yeah, they'll check into Jada Lamp and Melody Bluebaugh back into the contest.
Certainly Blue Ball has done a nice job of creating some chances when she's been in. But Clear Fork has just not been able to get forward with the ball at their feet in the past 10 minutes or so. It's been a lot of Lexington, and Lexington scoring at that.
See Schaefer's ready. Gives the referee the thumbs up. Wants to get back to the action.
It's going to be a foul on Lexington there. I think Stutes caught her in the back a little bit.
We've seen Mel roughed up a little bit throughout the contest.
Absolutely. He's taking a few knocks here. You'll see the throw in, and you see Stutes just kind of step into her back, arm up. Yeah, a little bit of a foul there. There's a couple passes strung together for Clear Fork. Kind of switches to the side of the field. That's
Now
better
back.
movement. Yep, that's
Yeah,
better
looking for
movement. Clear
Belcher.
Fork.
Great tackle.
Good tackle. Macy Chambers stepped in nicely. It is going to be a foul on Chambers after that, though.
And from this distance, Clear Fork can get some type of a set piece together. They'll have Belcher on the ball. Well, actually, they're going to take her off now, and they'll move Wortman.
It's like a three-man wall. Blue Ball, the lone on the near side. Looks like 5 Clear Fork players on the far side. Let's see what they look to do here. They put it on goal just outside the box here.
Wortman bending it back post. Too much.
That certainly wasn't the design they had there. I think that's either need to be a shot on goal or just kind of chipped to the back post. I think she just hit it hard away.
So according to my numbers here, Jesse, as we're 15 minutes into the second half, we've only had 2 shots in this entire half. They both went for Lexington goals. That's it.
That sounds about right. Dream start for Lexington here in the second half, and a nightmare start for Ontario to start the second half.
Clear Fork got some numbers moving forward, though. Labaki sets up Wortman. Can't turn the corner. Coleman met her. Now she'll just blast it in the box. Worley there to make the stop. Well, according to the numbers that we're seeing here, it looks like we've got approximately 256 viewers, Jesse. So you do have some hot chocolate in your future.
Excellent. Halfway to my steak.
Yes.
Tell you, this has been quite the game here. It's certainly one to tune into. And a lot of back and forth action, a lot of opportunities. This is the momentum we talked about. Good ball by Blue Ball. Oh. Good tackle.
Well done that time. Step into the rock. Turning inside there is Ashton Wine. Now she's going to be sent away. And another solid tackle. Great piece of defending right now.
Well, yeah, I tell you, Lexington has been really defending at a high level here. I mean, those some good opportunities from Clear Fork, and those were crosses. Clear Fork was getting off in the second half and getting into dangerous areas, and Lexington was just locking it down, not even let them get the cross off. Yeah, really well done by the defensive efforts of Lexington.
I think it was Zoe Morris who was able to make a couple of those really nice plays. But Clear Fork back at it again. This one well struck, but it sails wide. First shot off target in the match.
Ball played right to Labaki, who's referee got in the way again.
Not going to lead to a Lexington counterattack, though. Clear Fork regaining possession.
That's a better ball. You've not seen Clear Fork kind of pick their head up and just look past that first defender much, but when they do, it's been good for them.
This one deflected off of Mel. Did that spin back in?
Oh, wow. That was. I looked away because I thought I was going out. I didn't know.
Blue bomb hit that one. Now big strike played by Arnholt.
That ball again. This we've kind of talked about that ping pong type game a little bit, just back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, great ball. Here's Wortman. Can she handle it?
For a second, I thought she was offside. I didn't see how deep Addie Boyce was in that play there, and Wortman just couldn't quite handle that touch to go to goal. But that's the play you got to look for if you're Clear Fork, kind of behind that first line, stretch the defenders out a little bit.
Travis tells me that Coach Bechtel yelling at her crew to just send it into the 18. Don't dribble it in there. Want to see some passes.
Yep, that's a good speed, good build. Yeah, and Bechtel's right. I mean, just the Lex line has been playing high except for one, so just attack the corner of that box a little bit. And you've got some speed up front. Let them run onto it, create some chaos, create some havoc up there, and see what happens.
Well, I see what's happening in the chat section is that the Mansfield Christian account has just said, get Jesse Ryder a steak. So they're doing their part.
Thank you. They won 2-0.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, Mansfield Christian going into the district championship against Bluffton or Riverdale is currently playing right now. I haven't seen the score for that. Seed-wise, it's probably Bluffton, but it's tournament soccer, so you don't really know.
I believe Riverdale was able to beat Mansfield Christian towards the end of the year in their matchup. So maybe a chance for some revenge for the Flames.
Yeah, in all my years in being involved in that sectional, I've never seen a sectional there that's been so even from teams 1 to 10. I mean, I think everybody beat everybody by 1. It's kind of just how this season played out for everyone. Oh, he's going to call a free kick at the top of the box. Typically, that advantage kind of play all the way out. I mean, Clear Fork's still battling for the ball, but it's going to be a free kick just at the corner of the 18. Looks like Labaki's going to be on the ball here. Labaki looking to spot the ball.
Lexington putting together a 4-lady wall.
I wonder about sending some more Clear Fork players forward. Lexi's got nobody up. Good ball by Labaki, though.
Worley got a piece of it, but still available. Now Coleman. Good play back into the box, but everybody kind of evacuated there for Clear Fork after Schaefer sent it in.
It's defended nicely by Lexington there. Smart play, trying to get it out for a goal kick. And
Zoe Lamp now returning to the game for the Colts.
I mean, I'm getting my own count here as far as this hot chocolate. I'm only seeing 220 viewers, Jesse. I'm not really sold yet that that's the case, as this one takes a couple of hops. Almost was a dangerous situation there for Clear Fork.
Well, see, the thing with viewers is they go up and down.
Julie Wilkinson throwing out some love to Molly. He's doing a nice job tonight protecting the net.
it's a good possession here. It's a good round by Clear Fork. Interesting ball across, kind of a straight across.
Yeah, Zoe Lamp was there.
It's a good tackle there. I mean, Lexington is really just defending with 10 and just maybe one, maybe two players up top, it looks like. Kind of drop everybody back and, you know, preserve your lead for the rest of the half. Live to play another game.
Here's going to be Arnholt. Drops it down to the feet. Lays one up. Now Patterson keeps it inbounds. Pass coming up a little bit shy, though. And now Coleman getting involved. And she's carrying, but into traffic now. And back and forth we go.
There's a chance for Clear Fork. Usually when they get 2 or 3 passes in the middle, kind of sets things up for them a little bit. There's good speed by Ashton Wine. Good ball to Labaki.
See if we get a shot here. She's been really unselfish tonight. Yeah, just not looking for her own shot, Jesse.
Yeah, I think maybe that time she's trying to get back in front of the goal a little bit, but Lexington 2 players. It's a little bit of a numbers game here. Lex dropped a lot of players back. Clear Fork not quite ready to send the house yet. Only attacked about 5 or 6 there. They've still got 2, 3 players kind of playing back a little bit.
Wine turn, sets up blue ball.
Good opportunity there. And Clear Fork's, you know, we talked there'd be a flurry at some point, and probably again even in this, you know, Clear Fork, their season is on the line at this point. So you're just going to kind of get out there and battle and just give everything you have. So, you know, Clear Fork's the caliber of team. They're going to get some chances here. It's going to be, can you finish those chances?
Couple of substitutions trotting into the mix here on both sides. As we're down to 17 minutes remaining. Winner advancing to the district championship match right back here at the Lexington Soccer Complex Saturday at 2 p.m. Be taking on Ontario.
You know, this district championship and semifinals games have always led to some weird goals here. Remember Madison advancing last year on kind of that controversial, did it go in the goal or not? Keeper kind of made the save, kind of weird play. You see right now the game winner, at least the goal to put Lex ahead, is that weird floating, lofting ball. It just kind of drops in there. Just been seeing some weird goals here at Lexington for the district games.
It's all part of the tournament lore here at the Lexington Soccer Complex.
Doesn't always have to be pretty. It just has to go in.
And as long as it goes in, weird is good.
There's a good build-up by Clear Fork. Just speed right there. It's a long run. It's a long run. You know, to run from midfield like that with the pace, with the ball at your feet, it's tough to get a strong shot off. There's going to be a chance for Lexington. It's going to be 2-on-2. Let's see who gets the first touch. It is going to be Lexington. Jocelyn getting the ball and going to the corner a little bit.
Oh, Patterson brought it back in, but recovering that time was Schaefer.
What a battle. 2 players just battling for the ball right there. That's good possession out of the back by Clear Fork. Oh, it's the bad ball, though.
It's going to be sent forward. Patterson elected not to make a charge after it, conserving a little bit of energy.
I'm sure she's gassed. She made a big run, took a big hit. It's a lot in a 20-second period.
Here she is, putting it behind.
Yeah, I think everybody saw it. There was a lane there to play in front of her and put her into goal and just played a little behind her.
See what Lexington can get out of this. They got 2 players in the box, but the double team comes over for Clear Fork, resulting in a corner kick. Haven't had one of these in the second half yet.
It's going to be a couple subs as well coming in.
Clear Fork getting 2 subs, just 1 for Lexington. And it feels like Clear Fork's a little bit fresher of a team right now.
Yeah, certainly a good chance here for Lexington. Really changes the landscape of the game if you go up by 2. Corner kicks are great opportunities. I don't think that was intentional, but I'm not sure. It ended up with Lexington.
We'll see if we get a nice long carry here by Clear Fork. Solid recovery, clean tackle.
That's a way to work back. Great play. I don't think it's a foul there. Is he calling the foul? He's just calling the throw-in. Okay, it's just the throw-in there. So it looked like a clean tackle. Great effort to work back and just win the ball. Oh. Well, I didn't really see much here.
So
maybe a jersey pull, something. I don't know. There didn't seem to be a lot of contact, but perhaps something from my vantage point that he saw that I did not.
Ball's going to be sent in just outside the 18, headed out of there by Lexington.
Yeah, you need that ball to break that first line. You got to turn defenders around. That's a big tackle. She's still got a chance to go forward, though.
Another nice recovery here. And both sides kind of changing the wave of momentum back and forth.
Yeah, you expect Clear Fork to probably get 1 to 2 more just flurries of chances. You kind of get the ball down there and see if you can just get a chance and deflection around there. You know, Lex has kind of had the momentum for a minute or 2. Could come from here, but for Clear Fork to get it, they got to get this ball. It's really the transition. That's the transition piece right now that Clear Fork is missing. They're defending well, and when they get the ball in the attacking third, they're getting opportunities. It's the transition into the attacking third. Sometimes your keeper can just punt it in. That fixes all your problems too.
Yeah, here comes Wortman. Maybe got away with a bit of a shove. Tangled up. She hits the deck.
Some confusion on.
Yeah, a couple more subs. Blue ball checked out just for a moment, catching her breath. And it looks like it's going to be a Clear Fork throw.
Yeah, Wortman a little slow to get up there. A little bit of a limp in her step right now. But,
yeah, no question.
Season's on the line. You got to just kind of tough it out and keep going. It's going to be a corner kick for Clear Fork. Labaki's played a couple of good balls in. I said Lexington has defended them well so far, but Labaki has been placing the right ball in here. We'll see how this transpires here. Looks like blue ball is going to be in front of Molly Worley on the keeper. Clear Fork's got about 5 players at the top of the box right now.
They're going to try to hit it back post. Oh, Worley overran it.
I think a Clear Fork player slipped in the box. I didn't see any contact there to think it's a foul, but she is slow to get up. I don't think the referee has noticed that, but also Lexington has the ball. And
yeah, I think that's Lilly. I think maybe still shaken up from earlier, and then.
Let's see the attempt wide there.
So we got a timeout down on the field. It is Lilly Wortman. And she's grabbing, I think, for her right leg. Not sure if it was something that was a result of earlier and then maybe got hit again, or if this is a brand new injury from what just happened a moment ago. So we'll go ahead and we'll step aside. We'll take a quick break while they take a look at Lilly, and we'll be back. Just 11 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in regulation.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
There's a blood shortage and we came up to Dead Lover's Point at midnight on Friday the 13th.
Lame.
Guess I'm gonna waste all this blood by dying in a predictable horror movie way.
50% of Americans like watching blood get spilled in horror movies, but only 3% donate it. When was the last time you donated blood?
Still being helped off the field, and according to our expert insider, Travis Barty, down on the field, he said it looked like she slipped on the corner kick attempt, and I don't know, maybe she got stepped on or something. There was a lot of bodies all tangled up in there, and Lilly favoring what appears to be her right leg. What a loss that would be if she's not able to go for these last 11 minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, phenomenal player. Did well to kind of create that corner kick opportunity even. You know, I think Clear Fork's going to get like probably 1 or 2 solid chances, but you got to finish one of them. Ashton Wine just trying to do too much with the ball there.
And this one's going to float right into the right place, right time. Set up, give and go. And
it's going to be offsides.
Oh, the whistle does come.
He was a little behind the play in the approach there, but certainly much to the chagrin of the Lex fans who are here and watching.
And I see a lot of fans out there watching on Facebook. I see Kendall Boffman saying hello. What's up, Kendall? Doug Taylor, what's one of your favorite memories on this field? I know one that wasn't, Jesse. Is he trying? Oh, I see what he was trying to do there. Jesse, we know how you like the shirt tug, according to Nira.
Oh, listen. Listen. We don't need to get into all the bad stuff here. Let's talk about steak and soccer.
Definitely got me thinking about dinner. It's still early enough to probably get a steak around here, too. Meredith cheering on Lady Lex. So is Melinda. Actually, she's on the opposite side of the equation. She says, go, Lady Colts. And one last one. Let's see what else I find out here. Ashley Harwell. Let's go, Lex. Oh, brand new one from Eric Marshall. Says, what's up, fellas? Love Eric, one of the best camera guys in the game. Wonder if he's here. He's got to be here. He's always at Clear Fork events.
Ooh, bit of a short punt there by Molly. Clear Fork couldn't quite capitalize on it, though. Still kind of being pinged around a little bit.
Now, good ball controlled here by Blue Ball. A couple of touches.
Oh, I like the attempt.
And slung shot.
Oh, it was a little closer than I thought. I thought she hit it real high and wide. Definitely hit the top of the net, though. Man, I have some fun memories here, but I've had a couple games that did not end well.
I was here for one.
Oh.
We don't have to rehash.
Yeah, there's probably 3 or 4 that they ended up hosting state semifinals. Like, I think I've lost state semifinals here twice. And then we lost to Lexington one year on like a buzzer beater goal. No. They certainly trump these are not my favorite. These are the one of the reasons I dread coming here.
Long carry, but there's nobody anywhere else in the attacking picture for Lexington.
What
so
just happened?
Did well. I think she just played it off a defender.
Yeah, she just fell hard at the end, though. It just kind of, I don't know, lost her footing or momentum caught up. That was a weird play.
Quick throw in. Lex tried to get one into the box. Knocked out of there immediately by Clear Fork. So here's a turn, and Addison Blakely sending it forward for Blue Ball. Looking to make something happen. 3 straight connecting passes here for the Lady Colts.
It's a better transition there. Clear Fork keeping the ball a little bit. Can they get in the final third with the ball? And not quite.
Yeah,
that's a play they don't mind. I mean, it's a good opportunity, but you got to get. We talked about the Ontario team, right? Their possessions were ending with shots on goals, and that's Clear Fork's possessions are ending just by giving the ball to Lexington, and that's the difference right now. Is you've got to be able to keep the ball, at least get a shot attempt on right now.
And that's something that they have not done much of here in the second half. I got them down for just 1 shot, Jesse. This full 33 minutes.
It's a good read here. Get some momentum going forward. You know, we've kind of been hard on the Clear Fork attacking unit, but I will say the Lexington defensive group has been really solid. Addie Boyce, Coleman, Maddie Hughes. I mean, those girls back there are playing a great game. It's not just Clear Fork, it's inability to kind of get in the attacking third. It's these girls from Lexington have really defended at a high level.
See if Lex elects to bring a few more bodies up here in the attack. Looks like they're going to hang 4 back. And at this point of the match, almost a one-timer. Looked like the attacking player that time, Olivia Stutz, lost her footing. How'd this even play out? Oh, no, she played it that way.
Yeah, I think maybe slid as she was hitting it, though. I think you're right. Here's an attempt for Clear Fork to go forward. Oh, Blakely kind of an early ball there. Wasn't necessary. She had some time to go forward.
Do you think the strategy changes now for Buck Morton with the lead and under 6 minutes to go?
You know, they've played pretty conservative, pretty defensively the majority of the game. So I think maybe just a bigger emphasis on, we don't need to score. We need to defend at this point. Bit of a light foul there in the middle of the field. The center referee's right there watching, and the linesman who's farther away at a different angle called the foul. Can't say I'm a fan of it, but at least we have 3 referees.
It's going to be played right at Labaki.
Yeah, with a great first touch as well. Let's see if she can kind of start some transition here for them.
Yeah, definitely directing traffic. Lays it off for Jada. She's going to shoot one here to the near side. It takes a hard skip. And chased down by Olivia. She'll ping it out. But at least flips the field here for the Colts as, I thought that was a throw in real fast. I was like, you can't catch it.
She threw it under
What are you
too.
doing, Jada?
It's a lot of Lilly
Wortman returning to the game for the Colts.
good to see Wortman back in there. Maybe it just was a bruise then. Maybe got stepped on as she went down.
I mean, she definitely doesn't look like she's 100%, but you'll take 75% of Lilly anytime.
It's not a great ball in from Clear Fork there. Just kind of went right at the feet of the Lexington defender.
So Perry, I think that one's going to be knocked out. She was just trying to set it up for Avery.
Yeah, just some miscommunications. That usually this Clear Fork team pretty disciplined in their passing and technique, and a lot of turnovers from Clear Fork tonight.
Do it over again as that one's thrown right to Avery Wine.
And Clear Fork's going to have to start sending some numbers forward.
Yeah, this was a talk that Garrett Parlett and I had at a match a couple of nights ago. When as a coach then, when you're down, if you're Brittany Bechtel, when do you hit the, break glass, all panic, and just go all full bore?
Yeah, I think it depends on the course of the game and your team. So for Clear Fork, I think you probably have to do it. It's got to be soon, right, because they've not generated a lot of opportunities. Now, some of the teams I coached, the way we played generated opportunities all the time, so it was just kind of trusting the process that eventually we're going to score a goal. But for this group tonight, Clear Fork has not really gotten forward a lot with the ball. So I think you got to do something to kind of mix up that rhythm a little bit.
So we saw Lexington volleyball last night get upset tonight. Looking to kind of turn the tide, return the favor as the underseeded team. Playing for some of their friends and classmates.
Good ball by Labaki.
Ooh, that was close to getting behind the defense for Wortman. Big collision, and the whistle will go against Jada. But a pat on the back for Wortman. I like that sportsmanship. Literally a pat on the back.
Yeah, no, it's been a very friendly game. For being crosstown rivalries, you know, a lot of these girls play club together too. You know,
right.
I look out there and I see there's a lot of girls from the Strikers team, from a Force team. You know, a lot of these girls have played together, and so certainly it's a competitive game, but you know, there's no real ill intent in the tackles or anything like that.
Lady Colts season could be running out of sand here in the hourglass. Just 2.5 minutes to go. And Arnholt trying to attack 3 defenders. Lost possession. And this one squirts through. So chance here for Clear Fork. See if they can turn it into anything with Ashton making a carry. Lilly with a charge. Oh, big tumble.
Big saves. I tell you what, Molly really did well to get off her line there. See a good ball in by Ashton Wine, kind of slips the defenders there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Right in the ribs. Sub 2 minutes to go.
You're going to see a flurry here from Clear Fork. You kind of got to send the house.
They've got time. Let's see if they can develop an opportunity. Just about everybody up in the mix here for the Colts.
Yeah, clock is ticking, so every possession counts here. Every time you can keep the ball in play and find someone is a big deal.
Schaefer trying to make something happen. And cleaned up. But right back to Morgan. See if she just clocks one. Instead, she'll lay it out wide for Barnett. And they run into each other.
Kind of summarizes the Clear Fork night, I think. Just a miscommunication. That's the right ball out. We've not seen Lexington really clear that effectively. Hit the gap there, turned the Clear Fork defenders around. Took some more time off the clock. The clock just keeps ticking. We are under a minute to go.
Heavy touch by Blue Bob back to Labaki. Down to 50 seconds. Got to make something happen here soon. Belcher now. She's going to let it rip. It's deflected. But not cleared. Wortman, though, turning into trouble.
A lot of contact. Certainly the ball was first there. No foul. Referee had it right in his sight.
That's going to sneak through from Schaefer and Molly.
30 seconds left on the clock. Big save by Molly again.
Just her second here in the second half. She has not had to do much.
See if Clear Fork can get one more attempt to go forward. Barnett checking back. Schaefer's going to hit it. Wortman's going to get the ball in the box here. Let's see what happens.
Oh, wow. That's kind of the story, I think, of the night, Jesse. The defensive unit of Lexington going to lead them to the district championship for the first time with Buck Morton as they win on their home field and the celebration is on. What a match. 2 goals in the early portion of the second half. Punches the ticket for Lady Lex. We'll step aside real quick. We'll be back with some final stats, thoughts, and then an interview with our MVP or maybe MVPs of the match. You have to stick around to find out.
Very nice look to Denbo. Well, behind the back move. Oh my goodness, ankle breaker. And it's the shot. Wow. Being aggressive and traveling. Or he's trapping. Inside to Holloway. 2-on-2 fast break. Ramsey has it. Takes it herself. Off the glass. And Crestview comes back.
number 1 receiver coming from the Shelby Whippets, Isaiah Ramsey.
He's caught our attention over here, and we're certainly going to keep an eye on the Willard flashes.
We will see you next week on the Stat Leaders, brought to you by Spitzer of Mansfield.
A 2-0 goal differential in favor of Lady Lex in the second half has them moving on to the district championship match as they knock off Clear Fork here 2-1. Brian Skowronski, Jesse Ryder with you, and man, a phenomenal match. We got a late goal, less than a minute to go in the first half by Annika Labaki. Thought that might be a big difference maker. Then all of a sudden, Makenna Arnholt, she comes through with one to even things up very early on in the second. And then Olivia Stutz with the game winner. Big stuff, Jesse. A lot of back and forth action, but Lady Lex did just enough and defended well enough to get the dub.
Absolutely. 3 goals came in the span of playing time, about maybe 12 minutes total, right before the first half, right at the beginning of the second half, and one shortly after that. So it was a lot of fun. What a great game, great atmosphere, competitive back and forth. Oh, it was just a lot of fun to be a part of.
We will take a look at the final stats of the evening, presented by Mechanics Bank. That's better. And Clear Fork, more shot opportunities. Lexington obviously capitalizing on more of theirs, Jesse, as both sides, though, they were electing to take shots only when they had really clean looks. We didn't see anybody really press here tonight. I don't know, but what about those numbers do you think really kind of led to any kind of
Yeah, I mean, back and forth all night long. I think a lot of what we talked about, kind of that middle third of the field is kind of the ball bouncing around, is really who could ever transition and counter out of it. And so, Lexington was the one who kind of came away, their first goal in the second half was just kind of the one they countered out of that middle transition play, and she got in and made a great finish on a breakaway.
Yeah, no question about it. Those 2 goals so huge for Lexington in that second half. And for Clear Fork, they really, I think, were solid in the first, Jesse. They were able to generate 9 shots, just 3 attempts for them in the second half. And all of those came in about the last 15 minutes of play. From your vantage point, what changed for Clear Fork where they weren't able to have the same type of offensive success that they were able to generate in those first 40.
Yeah, two things I think were key there. One, I think, like we talked about, they could not keep possession of the ball. And so anytime they got the ball in the middle of the field, it was just going back to Lexington. I think the second thing is to credit, I thought the Lexington defense played lights out the second half. I mean, they were big plays, right place, right time, just routinely making the play that needed to be made before Clear Fork could get a cross off, a shot off, or whatever was needed. Really stepped up nicely to kind of finish that second half off. So I thought it was a great game. I thought it was even back and forth. I think Lexington just, they had a 12-minute spurt where they did what they needed to do, got the 2 goals and took advantage of it.
And sometimes that is all it takes. Well, we've got our 2 MVPs here up in the booth with us. So without further ado, Jesse, if you want to hand off that headset. Have our Jim Wilson Real Estate MVP of the match. We've got Olivia Stutes with us. A little bit crammed up here in the box, but at least it's warm in here. So give me your vantage point from that second half of the game and kind of how it all played out with you girls. You clearly took up your game to another level there. In the first half, Clear Fork kind of had the run of things. How did you guys take it up a notch?
Well, we know we had to possess more because they had a lot of possession over us, and we were just getting frantic. So we just had to get possession and not freak out.
Well, when you got possession and you had that shot for what proved to be the game winner, what was that? How would you characterize that for us?
I was really shocked. I thought it was going way over, but I don't know how it just went in. But.
Yeah, I think we all did. I don't think I've ever seen a shot that quite had that kind of trajectory and flow, but it worked out great. So you guys are moving on, of course, to the district championship. You're playing here on your home surface. That's got to be such a cool feeling because I know Buck Morton, he's never got a chance to do this yet. What about this team has allowed you to get yourself in this position where now you are playing for a district title at home?
Yeah, well, we just we worked together really well. So we knew that we had a really good chance, and I think that just doing everything we do best, and we got a chance. So.
And for this team, it's kind of been up and down at different portions of the season. How do you think you've been able to bring it together right now during tournament play?
Well, we just had to focus on the little things and make sure we were doing those things good, so then we could do everything else better.
Well, congratulations for being one of our co-MVPs. I'll have you go ahead and hand off to Makenna now.
Thank you.
Thank you for the time. And now Makenna Arnholt joining us. Your goal obviously was huge right at the beginning of the second half. How much momentum do you feel really swung in your favor given that you weren't getting a whole lot of shot opportunities and then you capitalized right away?
I think it got our momentum going a lot because we knew we needed to get one early in the second to at least tie them, and then that just brought the second goal on.
And just in terms of your confidence level, you knock off the 5-time defending district champions in what was a really crazy game. You go into the penalty kick shootout. What do you think that did for for this team coming into the district round?
It definitely gave us some confidence, and we had a lot of momentum going in, so we knew we just had to get the job done, and that ended up happening.
What do you like most about the general makeup of this squad and your girls collectively as a unit? What do you think makes you special on some given nights?
I think we have a lot of balance within the team, and we have a lot of friendships throughout the team, and we just work well together. And we don't usually have one star player. We use everybody when we're scoring and attacking.
Yeah, it's definitely a full balanced attack. How much love, you're playing up top, but can you give to your defensive unit who really did a phenomenal job tonight?
Yeah, they did really good. They definitely saved some for us, and they worked it through the back to get us those opportunities.
All right, Makenna, well, now you have the opportunity to be playing Ontario, the #1 seed. They've been running through the competition so far in tournament. What does it take for Lady Lex to get it done?
I think we just have to go in with a good mindset, and we just have to work hard and do the little things to get there.
All right, and last thing, if you want to look in the camera, you want to give any shout-outs?
Just to my parents and my grandparents.
Oh, it's a good one. You got to love mom and dad and, of course, the grandparents. Makenna Arnholt, along with Olivia Stutes, our co-MVPs. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
All right, we'll have her pass that back off to Jesse for some final thoughts here up in the booth. Come on in, Jess. Show off that big grizzly beard. Oh, no, Jory's not going to give us any airtime. It's okay. We'll look back out the window. It's fine. It's fine. We've seen enough of us. All right, Jesse, if you just want to give me a I guess just one last characterization. Maybe we kind of already said it all, but, just what kind of led to this victory here for Lexington?
Yeah, I think, we've talked about it before. This was the kind of the game we had circled on that calendar. You knew, you kind of had a feeling that one team's going to be the 1 seed, and then kind of everybody else is going to favor down to the other side of the bracket, and then you're going to get a good district semifinal. And that's what we got. We got a really good district semifinal. Even, competitive, fun. I mean, we saw both teams score. You saw that pendulum, that momentum pendulum kind of swing to Clear Fork right before halftime, but then it just swung back the other way with a fury right to Clear Fork. And then that was enough. 2-1 was enough to come out to compete for the district championship. So what a game.
And as much as you really are happy for Lexington and then certainly Buck Morton, does your heart also equally break for Coach Bechtel and company over there at Clear Fork? Because they've been so close so many times.
Absolutely. And it's a great team. And, and they're going to be back. They're going to be probably just as good, if not better, next year. You look at the players that they have coming back. I mean, obviously you lose Lilly Wortman. But, you've got hopefully have Kendall Windsor back. You've got another strong freshman class coming in. So,
sure.
I mean, it's a Clear Fork team that will probably improve next year and be able to compete again. But, they're so close, and they've got so much talent there. It's a loaded sectional. That's why we love it, because it makes for great live stream. But it hurts when, you're arguably one of the best teams in the state, but maybe second or third best in the sectional or district. That's tough. That can be really tough.
Yeah, that's been the case for Clear Fork for, almost a whole decade now. But, again, right there, and a lot of young players on the roster, though, so they will certainly be back. Quick thoughts on Ontario versus Lexington. I mean, it's already happened once, and it was a great match. It came down to the wire, 2-1 Ontario getting it done.
Absolutely. I think, it's important. Ontario's, if they lose, it's going to be because Ontario misses shots. They're going to generate some chances. They're going to create those chances. You look at kind of their path to get here. Ontario has not really been tested yet. Perkins has a great record, but we talked about just a different strength of schedule. Columbia and Shelby, these are teams that they're not quite to the level of the other side of the bracket. And so you look here at Ontario, Lexington, that's a fun, dream, local community matchup. The place here is going to be packed. The live stream is going to be packed. It's going to be a lot of fun for that.
And you can catch it all live and free. That's right, on Saturday at 2 p.m. Are you going to be able to join for that one?
No, because I will be in Brazil.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
If there's steak, I might skip my Brazil trip. I don't know.
All right, well, we'll see. Maybe we can head over to the Paul Revere, get you something cooked up nice and medium rare. But I think you're probably going to want to go down to Brazil at this time of year and go check it out. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up our coverage here tonight. Both semifinal matches were fun, quality, entertaining matches. But it comes to an end with Ontario and now Lexington punching their ticket into the district finals. Got to thank all of our generous sponsors for helping you watch this match live and free, including Mechanics Bank. That's better. MWD Logistics, where if you need warehousing and logistics partners that get the storage needs that you deserve, store and move your inventory seamlessly into your customers' hands with MWD Logistics. And then Jim Wilson, real estate agent, a proud sponsor of this local friendly rivalry. Contact Jim Wilson to buy or sell today. For my fantastic staff here at the OH Report, we basically had the whole crew out here. Travis Berardi working the sidelines for us, along with Storm Blunchley on the camera. Garrett Parlett was on the game earlier. Jory Hollenbeck as well, raising the roof out here. And then Adam Thompson, our amazing director. I'm Brian Skowronski for Jesse Ryder saying so long and good night from Lexington.